Alright, SlimmBob here, time for another review, which I ain't done in a while. Sorry about this, I'm eating an orange. Like I ate small orange as well, which is annoying. Probably have some big ones. But this is a review of a film. Fairly new film as well. It's come out recently in pictures. And I haven't done a review in a while, but I had to break the silence because this film is different in a way. And it's called Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. And if you're like me, you'll know this is based off a video game franchise, the Prince of Persia video game franchise. And I'm going to be honest, I've not really played them. Prince of Persia's, I haven't really played them. The first time I heard about them was 2003, Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I don't think it was first, but that was the first one I heard of. Everyone loved, a lot of my mates love Prince of Persia, but me, never played it. There's always been other things. And this film's supposed to be based off it. So, before I even start this review, you got to consider I ain't played the games. So I'm basing this off of just as a film. And as a film, it's alright, it's good. It's alright actually. I'm surprised. Well, I mean, it's alright. This is a film based off a video game, and it's alright. It's good. It's nice and refreshing, that. You don't normally get that. But anyway, what's it about? Prince of Persia, it follows this prince. No, there's this like kid in these it's in Persia, you know, Persia. Big empire. Persian empire, huge empire. And he follows that empire, and one of the kings, right, he decides, you know what, I like this kid. He sees a kid in like along the peasants, and he like outruns these guards. Like, it's very similar to Aladdin actually. It's very funny. And he decides he's going to adopt this kid. And he becomes a Prince of Persia, along with his two brothers. And he's called Destan. Or Dastan. I can never... Dastan. Assassin. I don't know. I can never know how to pronounce his name. But here comes Prince of Persia. And it turns out, right, it goes into the future, and his brother, right, he wants to invade this city because he thinks, he's told, that it's full of these weapons, right? But Dastan's like, you know what, no it's not. But he don't listen to him, so they invade it, and it turns out they weren't actually weapons there. All it is, there's this princess told Gemma, whatever she's called, she's in everything. She was like in blooming one of James Bond's recent ones. She was in another thing, Clash of Titans. She was in that. But anyway, yeah, it turns out there's a dagger there. There's no weapons, just this dagger it has the sands of time in it. And you can reverse time if you press this button on it. And Dastan, right, he gets hold of this dagger. And they win the battle. And what happens after, they have a celebration. And they have to present their father with a gift. The king with a gift. And he gives him this cloak. But the cloak, it turns out to be poisoned and it kills his dad. So Dastan is hunted. And that's the basic thing of the film. He has to try and prove that he didn't kill his father. And it was set up. So what's it like? Well, it's alright. There's some right weird things though. I know it's based off a game, but it reminds me more of Assassin's Creed than... Ask my brother about it. There's loads of little things that I like Assassin's Creed. Like, there's a bit, right, they attack the city at the beginning, and for some reason, it decides to do the shot where he's like, on the edge of this building, like, on a bit of wood, and it decides to do this thing where the camera completely goes around him. Exactly the same as in Assassin's Creed. You know, at viewpoint. It's like, it's the same. It's exactly the same. But yeah, there's loads of little things. Like the Assassins, or Assassins as they like to be called. Where they're just assassins, and they're all from Mass AF as well. Like if you know Assassin's Creed, Mass AF is where you come from. It's like the Assassin's headquarters in the first one. And they're all from there. It's like, there's loads of little things. It's hard to, you'll see. You know, if you watch it, I need to watch it again just to see. It's strange. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's a good film, this. There's, like, for instance, the characters. It's strange because it starts off similar to Clash of Titans in the fact that the characters, they talk right ridiculous holding, you know, like, oh, how are you doing, my lord? And they just talk in full sentences, like Shakespeare. It's full sentences all the time. There's no effort to make it realistic, the speech, and they try and make it right epic to start off with. But it just like, oh, I don't care, because you can tell it's not the highest budget, this film. You can tell it doesn't work. It's not like Pirates of the Caribbean. Even that though, Pirates of the Caribbean is very working class with its style of speech. So now, it starts off a bit stupid with script, but then, as they escape, and they're like running about, they start like having a go at each other, and it's like normal. It's just right funny, and he's in it, Alfred Molina. He's brilliant in it, by the way. Alfred Molina. He like plays, what's he doing now? He like plays this, I don't want to spoil it, but he's got a good character. But I think it's good. The world it creates, it's rich. It don't feel forced. Of course it's based on, yeah, but it's good. It's alright. It's worth seeing anyway. Prince of Persia is worth seeing. Effects are good as well. They don't overdo it. There's a lot of stunts as well. Because my big problem with Clash of Titans was that it was all CGI. And it weren't good CGI either. Alright, Prince of Persia doesn't have amazing CGI, but it doesn't matter because there's some amazing stunts in it. Like the fight scenes, for instance. There's a bit where Dastan is fighting this bloke with whips. And the whips are obviously CGI because you won't be able to do that. It'd be unsafe to do it. But the stunts, where he's flipping about and stuff, it's amazing. And it's all real. You can tell it's all real. And it's great that, like jumping on all rooftops. You know, I don't know about you, but you know Casino Royale, one of my favourite scenes in that is actually the bit at the beginning. Do you know where they're jumping about on building site and you see those huge drops onto cranes and stuff? That's amazing work, that completely, wow, I love that sort of thing. It's like old films with Rambo where he actually jumps off the waterfall and stuff like that. That is better. I don't believe I'm saying this, but it's better than in Avatar. You know when he jumps down the waterfall in Avatar, because that's like, yeah, CGI, but that's actually real. When Sylvester Stallone does it, that's real. This is the same. All the stunts are actually real, and it does make a difference. You rarely get that anymore, and it's real, and it's very nice. Ah, fucking love oranges.